Oh, good morning. Hi. Um, it's a Sunday morning. Some of you love Sunday morning yoga. Um, some of you get up really late on Sunday. Some of you do it in the afternoon. So sunrise today is at 9 minutes past 8. And so you can't really see any light in the sky yet. But I'm sure if you lived in Dublin, you might, or, Graz in Austria or something, you'll see it there. But here, yeah, it's still dark. I've left the window open, so you're going to hear my roosters today. So come sit by your candle. It's just that layer of you that struggles, or that person you're putting in your candle. Just get a sense of that. And then your intention, your commitment, your intention, your whatever it is. And yeah, lighting your candle. Taking your oil. And as I'm putting the oil on my hands, I'm also thinking of the intention and that layer of me that struggles. And I go, yeah, I can hold that as well. I can be with that. And then just rubbing down through everything. Just feeling grateful for all of this. Feeling grateful for the wellness, for the ability. Nice. And then just come down into your child's pose, all the way down. So settling in, your arms are long, your head is down. Again, if you're minding an arm, really just pay attention, bend your elbow, draw it back. Head is low, belly's on your thighs. And just let all that settle. Nice. And then pull your elbows back until they're just in front of your knees. And then pull your right shoulder up towards your ear and then down towards your hip. And just kind of shrug your shoulder deeply up towards your shoulder, up towards your ear, down towards your hip. Right shoulder's moving. Up, down, up, and down. And then the other side, left shoulder up and down. You're squeezing the left shoulder up and you're pulling the left shoulder down. And just feel that. And then do both of them together. So right shoulder goes up, left shoulder goes down. And I almost feel like I'm dragging my belly from left to right because I'm pushing my rib cage a little bit from side to side. So I'm kind of leaning already into the back of my rib cage. And just feel that. You're gliding across your thighs with your belly. And one shoulder's up, the other shoulder's down. And you're kind of shimmying or something in this moment. Nice. Come all the way forward onto your hands and knees. Same thing, right shoulder goes up and down, towards your ear, down towards your hip, up towards your ear, down towards your hip, and then the left shoulder up and down. It's kind of a disorganized movement, this one for me. I'm like, oh, I don't quite know what this means when I'm in the cat pose. I just feel that. And then both shoulders up, both shoulders down, together. And then opposites. So now in the opposites, I'm like, oh, this is more organized for me when I do opposites. And let your rib cage glide towards the direction of the shoulder that's moving up towards your ear. And so you're really leaning into the sides of your rib cage. And you're just getting very juicy and yummy and kind of long into the back of the rib cage. My hips are swaying from side to side to help the length into my waist and my rib cage. Nice. And then just round your back and arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. One more time. Round your back. Arch your back. Stretch your right leg long behind you. Round your back. Arch your back. Nice. So round your back and then lift your right foot off the floor. So you're going to be competing with yourself. So keep your back rounded and just feel that movement. And then drop your foot to the floor. Arch your back and lift your foot. So much easier. Round your back. Lift your foot. Arch your back and lift your foot. Which one is easier to do? Which one creates more stretch though? Rounding your back, arching, lifting. arching your back, lifting. One more time. Rounding your back, lifting, arching your back, lifting. Nice, other side. Left leg long, round your back, lift your left foot, down, arch your back, lift your left foot, down. And then just move, rounding, lift, arching, lift, rounding, lift, arching, lift. How cool. Both knees to the floor, push back into your downward dog, and just create length through the whole of your body. Have a sense of your heels pulling back, your hands pushing down, and then maybe try and find that side of the body stretch again. So for me to do that, I kind of oscillate or drop my bum from side to side, and I lean my rib cage away from my bum. So when my bum goes left, my rib cage goes right. I'm just really hearing the deep of the side of my body. Nice. Come forward with your feet, elbows to your knees, and just pause there. Just feel that in the shoulders and your spine and your hands. Nice. And then roll all the way up. And just roll your shoulders when you get there. And just feel that in the deep of your collarbones. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Roll into your wrists, making fists out of your wrists. Roll. And then roll in the other direction. Super cool. So standing at the front of your mat. Now reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees, hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, stretch your right leg long, stretching it back and then drop it to the floor into your lunge. Drop your right knee to the floor and then be light into your fingertips. Draw the left elbow back and make a fist so you're in lawnmower. And then rise into bow and arrow. And just pause there and lean a little bit more into your hips by bending the front knee a little bit more. Nice. Turn your palms face up, slingshot. Draw the left hand forward, right elbow back. Rise with your slingshot. Nice. Bring your left forearm to your thigh and bring your right hand to your hip and just turn towards the right and lean into your hips. Nice. Bring both hands to the floor, or right hand to the floor. Lift your right knee off the floor and then slowly turn your toes towards the right side of your mat. Bring your hands until they're in the middle. Both hands are down and then just bend one knee. And bend the other knee. Go slowly. The inner thighs, they take time to lengthen and open and warm. So really just feel that. Traveling from one side to the other side. One side. Other side. And then turn your toes towards the back of your mat. Bring your left hand to the floor, your right hand to your knee. Drop your left knee down. And then change. Turn your toes towards the side of your mat and bring your right hand forward and drop your right knee down. Now I'm towards the front of my mat. Nice. Bring both knees back and then lower your belly all the way down. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Rise and look way down the beach. So when I look way down the beach, my bum is squeezing, my toes have lifted, and I'm really trying to see further. I'm creating a sense of traction in my spine because my eyes are seeking to look further. Nice. Right hand to the floor. Rise. Nice. Left hand to the floor. Look way down to the left. Nice. Keep both elbows on the floor or bring your hands to the floor. Drop your head and push back into your cat. Push all the way back into your downward dog. Nice. Stretch the right foot up towards the ceiling. Step the right foot forward. So to help your right foot come forward, drop both knees to the floor. Step your right foot forward and bring both hands down either side of the right foot. Stretch the left leg. Turn the back foot at a 45-degree angle. And you can either bring both hands to your knee or you can rise with both arms slowly up towards the ceiling. If your hands are on your knee, now lift your arms up towards the ceiling
And lengthen. Fingers are rising, front knee is bending. Nice. Lower your arms down until they're long beside you. So elephant, you've got to imagine that your right arm is an elephant trunk and it's going to swing over towards the left. And so it lands so that my upper arm is resting on the right side of my face and I'm leaning back. And then the other direction, reach the left arm across the front of your face and you're leaning back. And then just begin to travel. Elephant to the left and elephant to the right. One more time each side. Elephant to the left and elephant to the right. Cool. Both hands to the floor. Pause there. Turn your back toes. Hop slowly forward. Little hops. Rounding slowly up. Reach your arms wide. Bring your palms together. Hands come to rest in front of your chest. And then imagine you have a bowl of water in your hands. Slowly bring the bowl of water to the floor. Nice. And then lift the bowl of water. You're really being very attentive to how your hands hold it. No bowl, drop your arms, rounding down. No bowl, rounding up. Super cool. Hands to your hips, bring your feet a little bit wider. And just roll into your hips. And then in the other direction. Nice. So, front of the mat, reach your arms wide, bring your palms together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back, long into the back leg. Drop your left knee to the floor. Light into your fingertips, draw the right elbow back into lawnmower. Rise into bow and arrow, bend your front knee a little bit more. Turn your palms, slingshot. Rise and look upwards. Nice. Right forearm down to your right thigh. Bring your left hand to your hip. Look towards the left and sink a bit deeper into your hips. Nice. Left hand to the floor. Lift the back knee. Turn your toes towards the left side of your mat. And then begin to travel. You can do it without hands. It makes it much, much harder. You can do it where your bum is dropping down more towards the floor. Really find the way you do this. Really important. Just find your own level with it. Traveling side to side. And then bring your toes towards the back of your mat. Bring your right hand down. Bring your left hand to your knee. Drop your knee. And then turn towards the front of your mat. Right hand on your knee. Left hand down. Drop your knee. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Both knees back. Lower all the way down. Elbows to the floor. Rise. Lowering down. Right hand to the floor. Rise. Lowering down. Left hand to the side. Way down the beach. Keep your head low. Push your elbows or your hands down. Reverse back. All the way back. And just pausing. Finding your sense of stillness, sense of awareness. Nice. Stretch the left foot up towards the ceiling. Step the left foot forward. From here, turn the back foot 45-degree angle. Either bring both hands to your front knee to lever yourself up, or reach your arms long and rise. Reaching up, looking up. Nice. Lower your arms down until they hang beside you. And then elephant to the right. And then elephant to the left. Elephant to the right. The other arm, I'm not quite sure what to do with it, so I just kind of let it hang out. It drifts along beside me rather than it have a direct purpose. It's just traveling in the effect. Whoop. One more time. Super cool. Bring both hands to the floor. Bring both feet together. Drop both knees down and come rest into your child's pose. Now just find your breath. Let it settle. So at the beginning of class, we were looking at how our shoulders shrug and move. We're going to continue that orientation. And again, if you're minding a shoulder, at no stage do you have to lift your arm up in the air. You can just continue to shrug, which will actually really release your shoulder. Don't force your arm into any shapes it doesn't like. Just come to sit on your bum. Our legs are wide as feels. Come not too wide, not too narrow, just kind of a little bit wide. And then just draw your right shoulder up and down. And as you draw it up, feel like you're like moving in your clothing, or you're lengthening the rib cage, or just feel like, how do I feel sensations? But I'm not rocking my head. It's only my shoulder. So the shoulder, it sits like a saddle on the top of your rib cage. And what we're doing is like we're trying to lift the saddle up and then pull the saddle down. So we're just trying to slightly, very big actually, move or create a relationship between the two surfaces as your shoulder draws up and down. Nice. And then the other side, left shoulder up and down. And so you're really trying to, like, I'm focusing on the back of my rib cage, like I have that analogy of a bear in the woods trying to scratch my back. And here you're just creating movement to scratch your back. You're like, ooh, just going to scratch that itch in the back of my rib cage. And then do both. So one shoulder goes up, one shoulder goes down. Your head will start to move, perhaps. Yeah, not too much. You're just trying to feel the squeeze. Nice. So make a fist out of your right hand and your thumb is pointing towards the right. So we're going to do hitchhiker. And so hitchhiker is where you draw your elbow in and your thumb goes out. And so you're going to, as you do that, squeeze, as your thumb goes out, squeeze the right side of your rib cage deeply. So really feel like squeeze. It's like an accordion. Really squeeze. And squeeze as much as you can. And your shoulders really dropping down. Your head is traveling now. Squeeze. 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 This could also be a one-armed country dancing moment. It could be like grooving it. And then the left side. Thumb is pointing out and then squeeze. And you're focusing really on the deep squeeze as your elbow goes in and your thumb goes out. So you're like, squeeze. How do you squeeze it more? Squeeze. Squeeze. Now country dancing. So sitting up tall, country dancing. And so you're really tall as you do this first. So you're really long and you're very smart. And then you get kind of groovy and you kind of round your shoulders a little bit more and your head is lower and you're kind of more groovy. You're getting into the dancing. And then you go, oh, I'm going to stand up tall again and be really long in the front of your body as you do this. And then you're grooving. The music gets really good. I'm starting to bob a little bit to imaginary music. And then you dance with the person to the right of you. Just feeling that. You're grooving, you're going, hey, this is a great night out in the castle. And then you come back to center. And then you realize there's someone to the left of you and you're like, hey, how's it going? Great music. And then come all the way back to center. Nice. And then just notice your shoulders. Have a bit of a wiggle. Notice your rib cage. I like bringing my hands to the side of my rib cage and just checking out, how is this? How does this feel right now? Nice. So bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Holding onto your shins with your hands. And it's like I'm going to try and row a boat. So as I row, I pull deeply and my chest lifts and I really draw my chest forward. Pull my shoulder blades back. And then I push into my feet, round my back, and let my elbows travel out if they get in the way. And draw your head down towards your toes. And then rise, lift your chest, really pull, like I'm pulling fiercely to create a sense of, is that traction, I wonder? Or is that just some kind of like muscular tone because of the, I have no idea, whatever that is, whatever you would call that action, do it. And then rounding your back, draw your forehead down. And just do that a few times. Arching, squeezing back, rounding, coming down. Arching, squeezing back, rounding, coming down. Nice. So stretch your legs out long. Nice. So we're just going to do one more version of country dancing. So both elbows are bent, both thumbs are wide. And then go towards the right. And then let your left hand travel out a bit like you're dragging your fingers through water. And then it travels towards the right as well. And then I bend my left elbow and I do country dancing to the left. And then my right hand drags, the nails drag through water. So as you move, there's this kind of like swoop, swoosh. And now what I feel is more into it's like my shoulder blades are gliding on themselves. So I'm like swoosh with my front hand, swoosh, a little bit like seaweed arms, kind of. But it's country dancing with fingers in water. One more time, each side. Swoosh and swoosh. Nice. Come into your child's pose just for a few moments and tuck your arms back. Head is down, forehead comes down, arms are back. And just feel the breath in your belly, your heartbeat, the sense of your shoulders. Can you surrender your shoulders forward? Can you let the shoulder blades glide in gravity so that they're widening and falling? Maybe a little bit towards your ears, maybe a little bit out. Can you relax your upper arms, your belly and your thighs? And just hear the movement of the diaphragm as it pushes into your thighs, as it pushes your belly downwards, because your breath isn't really down into your belly. It's the force of the diaphragm moving down that pushes all the belly organs out, or the muscles out of your belly. Belly organs, probably. Contents of the visceral cavity. Just feel that as your diaphragm moves, it needs space. Maybe just a few more deep breaths down into your belly and feel the push of your diaphragm. Feel how that moves into the space of your thighs and then back into the lower back. Nice. Great. Now just sitting up, gazing at your candle, giving thanks for all the light that you have in your life, all the moments of wonder, awe, brightness, sunshine, reflection, candles, people, humor, laughter, smiles. Nice. And then just blowing out your candle. Or you can leave it lit if you're going to stay there for a while, but remember to blow out your candle. And how wonderful. Have a wonderful Sunday if you're doing this on the day itself. And yeah, be well. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Great. Nice.